Hello, my wonderful Geminis. I hope you all are doing amazing. Today I'm going to be tapping into the energies of those of you that are currently not in communication with your person. So let's just get started here. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords here. So you could be seeking some sort of clarity from this individual here, okay? Some of you may even want to know some sort of truth or something that you've been intuitively feeling, but you're wanting some sort of confirmation here, okay? This is definitely someone who wants to move to a calmer space with you, but they feel like in order to do so, again, they need to bring forward some sort of clarity. This is what the Ace of Swords essentially speaks about here. Let's see. There could have been a conflict that took place between the both of you, okay, Gemini, and because the middle cards talk about the mutual energy, it does let me know that this is what you guys are focused on at this time, the both of you, right? So this could be a harsh exchange of words. This could be a misunderstanding that escalated into an argument. Either way, there was a disagreement and you guys were not able to see eye to eye, and that's what you guys are focused on right now. Now, when you have the Five of Swords plus the Ace of Swords, that's the Six of Swords. So it's a question of, can we overcome this conflict and move to calmer waters? Can we let go of either a grudge that we're holding or let go of some sort of frustration that we're feeling in order to, move to the next step here? Hanged Man. Okay, so we have air energy so far. So you could be involved with another Gemini like yourself, a Libra or an Aquarius, and now we have Pisces energy. So there's, not surprising to see the Hanged Man in a no communication spread. It talks about a complacent energy, although it also talks about seeing things from a new perspective. Okay, so someone here is having a perspective change and they're wanting to offer you their cup of love because bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups. This is someone who feels like they weren't as emotionally expressive in the past as they should have been or as they could have been. So we have a lot of regret when it comes to the lack of expression, pertaining to their emotions here. They view you in a pretty guarded energy at this time. Maybe you have this person blocked, but behind that, there's a lot of emotion here. Okay, with the Two of Cups, it talks about mutual emotions between the both of you. I do feel like this person thinks about you a lot. There's a lot of attraction here, but for some reason, I'm getting a persistent download of this person knowing that they need to bring forward some sort of truth to you. So I feel like they were dishonest with you in the past, and if you called them out on it, that could be the very reason why you guys had some sort of conflict. Five of Cups, they're really missing you at this time, and I feel like they're very focused on the past hurt because essentially the Five of Cups talks about, focusing on what already happened. So it's like realizing, the emotions, that were felt, the hurt that was caused during the aftermath of the situation. This person may even feel like they're realizing a lot of things when it's a bit too late, but the main thing that's on their mind is that you're in a guarded energy because they were not truthful with you. They were not, clearly communicating what they wanted. But for some of you, I feel like you actually asked this person for some sort of truth. So maybe, you had a doubt or there was something you were intuitively feeling. For some of you, maybe you actually heard something about this person and you brought it up to them, but you felt that they were not really confronting the issue. Okay, let's see. What's the Ace of Swords? So many of you wanted clarity as to what this person wanted from the connection. And I know that sounds a bit, broad here, but the Seven of Cups talks about confusion, seeing past illusions. Some of you feel like this person was continuously telling you so many things. They were, making you so many different promises. But when it came to getting things off the ground, when it came to actually deciding, okay, if we want a commitment, what are we going to do about it? You felt like they were facing great difficulty, okay? Seven of Cups could also be someone who was exploring their options. Now, bottom of the deck here, Hermit. I feel like when you guys went within, so during this time of separation, you did start to reevaluate the situation. And when you think about this individual, you may feel like in the past, they really didn't know what they wanted from this connection, right? So maybe you felt like your person would tell you so many different things, but it was up to you to differentiate, what the truth was versus maybe what they said in the spur of the moment. The Seven of Cups could sometimes be like an emotionally immature energy, but more so it's a confused energy. That's why it's easy to portray that energy as emotionally immature, right? It's someone, again, who's making you a whole, a completely different promise each day, and they're not necessarily following through on it. I also feel like for many of you, you feel like this person was not really accepting the reality of the situation. So I'll give you an example. If you guys were getting to know each other and everything was fine, as soon as the emotions started developing, or as soon as you had an energy of things maybe going to the next level, that's when you felt like your person was backing down. Something about you, something about, feeling very deep emotions was very unfamiliar territory to this person. That's what I'm picking up on. Some of you may be involved with the Virgo here. So pretty much you guys want the truth on what this person, what this person wants and why they were being very confused in the past. Okay, you feel like it's not fair that this person left it up to you to kind of figure out what was going on. Because essentially, guys, the Seven of Cups is confusion, but it boils down to illusion. Very specific message here, but some of you feel like this person was very up in their mind, right? The Seven of Cups could also be fantasizing. So it's like, okay, we could have this, we could have that. But when it comes to, the being action-oriented, you feel like your person was lacking in that department. Okay, Five of Swords. I also feel like, guys, well, we have the Six of Pentacles clarifying the Five of Swords, but I was going to say with the Seven of Cups and the Ace of Swords here, I feel like for some of you, there was this, like your person had an energy of wondering what made them special because they view you as someone who has a lot of options. So it's almost like some of you feel this person did not believe in this connection as much as you did, or there was an energy of self-sabotaging, because it's almost like this person would continuously ask themselves what they could offer you, or like why you would want to pick them as a partner here. And this could have obviously been frustrating, especially if you were clearly communicating that you wanted a relationship or you wanted to move things to the next level here. I just feel like there was an energy of this person even being in their own way. Yeah, Star at the bottom of the deck as well. Could be involved with an Aquarius here. But with the Six of Pentacles, guys, I'm getting two things here. For one, I feel like there's definitely an energy of things feeling one-sided. Okay, so you feeling like this person was, breadcrumbing you or not really giving to this connection as much as they were receiving from it. The second thing here is you felt like there was a decision to make. Because for some reason, I'm seeing the Two of Swords in my mind. And it could be where you felt like your person was deciding between two people. Or if it's not two people, they were not, like, it could be someone who was very non-committal, but they would tell you they wanted a commitment. Or it's someone who would like, kind of do like relationship kind of things with you, but then they wouldn't really put a title on the relationship, or they would be, they would still act non-committal sometimes. It was like a very clouded, confused energy here where, essentially this person was playing some sort of mind games with you. That's what I'm picking up on. But you guys felt like they needed to make a decision. Like you really wanted them to be clear on what they want. Like you didn't just want to spend time with them and la-di-da-di-da, but then not have a title or like not, be in a commitment. You felt like there was a lot of uncertainty attached to this individual. And you also felt like there was a lot they were not communicating to you. Okay. The Hanged Man. So we have the Ten of Cups on the bottom of the deck here. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so this talks about a brand new beginning. And I would also like to say, guys, I was trying to record your reading, right? Yesterday, the day before that, right? And even today. And I noticed, like, I was facing great difficulty when it came to like expressing this person's emotions. So I feel like this is definitely someone who is facing some sort of blockage when it comes to expressing their self to you, whether it's because there's actually blocked communication, like you have this person blocked, or they just, are having a hard time telling you how they feel. Like, it's almost like as I was shuffling the cards, it was like a very, it was hard for me to tap into. Like, I can tell when someone's in a very closed off energy. So I just wanted to mention that. And I was getting a lot of throat chakra blockages. That's why it took me a while to get your reading out, because I wanted to make sure that it was like clear and concise. Anyways, guys, Ace of Pentacles, talks about a brand new beginning here. But essentially, again, this is what's hidden from you. It's almost like during the course of this bond here, you guys had a lot that you had to, there was a lot of guessing going on, right? You had to guess what was wrong. You had to guess, how this person was feeling, or if they would be open with you. You always felt like there was something that was left unsaid. So for many of you, you feel like this bond, it had a lot of secrecy in it. Okay, split the deck. Yeah, Nine of Cups. You make this person very happy. It's either you make this person very nervous or there's someone who is just absolutely not comfortable with expressing their emotions, because the way that this person's heart chakra is blocked, it's very difficult for them to fathom their own emotions, which makes it that much more difficult to verbalize it to you. And I can sense that as I'm tapping into this person's energy. Seven of Cups. Some of you are very exhausted. I do pick up on that energy, especially because you wish this person would be more open with you, okay? Two of Wands. Okay, so this could talk about travel, physical distance, someone needing to move closer to you, but it could also talk about emotional distance. I feel like for many of you, the tiring factor or the exhausting factor here for you guys is the fact that this person is always waiting for some sort of hint from you. Some of you just want this person to take initiative and do something for the first time. And it seems that many of you have been taking the lead here, or again, you constantly have to initiate or engage in a conversation to get to the bottom of things. And this is, you know, this alone could be the issue here. You feeling like things are very one-sided, you feeling like, hey, you need to meet me halfway here, right? Page of Swords, this is definitely someone who spies on you, tries to attain information about you. Just not necessarily through you, though. That's why I say that there's such a blockage when it comes to being upfront with you, you know, looking you in the eye, speaking to you, picking up the phone, calling you, you know, picking up the phone, texting you, and just asking you the very questions that they have. There's this very nervous energy. There's a lot of anxious energy associated with that. What's the Two of Wands? Three of Cups. Yeah, wanting to come together here. I feel like for many of you, this person wishes they can take you out and you guys could talk about things and have a fun time. But, you know, and again, guys, bottom of the deck, Eight of Wands and a no communication spread. That means this person has so many, you know, urges to just reach out to you, pick up the phone, call you, text you. But look behind that. With the Tower, they feel like they're going to ruin something or something is going to go wrong, right? This talks about a self-sabotaging energy or someone who's constantly in their own way here. Okay, things could have happened very fast between the both of you in the past with that Tower, or even leading up to the separation, they may feel that things happened so quickly, right? Maybe there was a harsh exchange of words, maybe you guys got into a conflict, and then you guys just stopped speaking to each other, and this is something that was very unexpected to this person. I'm almost picking up on an individual who's realizing what happened a long while after it occurred. So it's almost like, am I realizing things when it's too late? You know what I mean? Yeah, and behind that, King of Wands. They're very attracted to you. That's what I see here. Hold on. What's the Three of Cups? Queen of Pentacles. They feel like you're an ideal partner here, but with the Queen of Pentacles, you know, she's holding on to her pentacle pretty tightly. So it lets me know that this person views you as an individual who is not just going to open up or not just give, you know, offer them something without being certain, because this is, the Queen of Pentacles is an energy of someone, they have a lot to offer, but they have to be sure that you're worthy of that, right? They're very focused on growth. They think about the long-term stability of connections. They're not really here for a one-night stand or a fling or uncertainty. They need a lot of you know, grounded energy in their life. So I feel like this is how your person views you. They feel like they weren't able to offer you stability, but more than that, they feel like you view them as a confused individual. Because the way that they view you as the Queen of Pentacles, which is like a stable individual who knows what they want, but you view them as the Seven of Cups, right? That was the first card, which means you view them to be confused. You view them to be someone who does not know what they want. Some of you feel like this person is a selective listener, or something was said way too quickly. Like, it's almost like this person could be thinking about something that they said to you with that Five of Swords energy, and they're like, I should have just kind of been patient. Like, I shouldn't have replied as quickly as I did, or I should have thought about what I said before saying it. Because sometimes the Knight of Swords could be an energy of like wanting or needing to have the last word here. Yeah, Two of Cups. The emotions are mutual here, right? You guys both love each other. There is this energy of wanting this connection to move to the next level. But again, behind that energy is the High Priestess, which talks about not being open enough, right? Which talks about a lot of possibly even telepathic communication, but there's a lot of secrecy within the both of you, right? There's like that energy of you feeling like, okay, I know that this person has emotions for me, but why do they have such a hard time opening up to me? And even if it's like someone who has a difficult time opening up about their emotions, it may leave room for suspicion. Like even if they're not speaking to anyone else, even if they're not, playing mind games here, just the fact that they're not open with you, it may, leave room for assumption where you're wondering, okay, well, if nothing else is wrong, why can't you be open with me? Okay, Six of Pentacles. Look at that, guys. King of Pentacles. Your person definitely wants to meet you at your level here. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, that's a true pair match. But it seems that, with the Six of Pentacles, there is a decision to be made here. This person could be in an energy of spreading their self too thin. As I say, there needs to be a decision made here. Judgment on the bottom of the deck. That talks about death and rebirth. So there's this energy. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. There's this energy of your person needing to come out of a very confused state in order to pursue something stable with you. This is someone who wants to meet you at your level, but if I'm being completely honest with you, Gemini, I feel like right now with that Six of Pentacles, they're spreading themselves too thin. There's a chaotic energy surrounding them, whether it's they have to give to, maybe they have children, maybe they have, they're overworking themselves, right? There's this energy of this person feeling like they're not getting time to their self. What's the blockage on the King of Pentacles? Let's see. Page of Cups. They still, it's like, okay. Wow, guys. Alrighty, so let's see if we can get through this. Page of Cups, guys, it talks about someone, right? You view them as emotionally immature, even if you feel like they have the potential to offer you stability later on. Maybe you feel like this is someone who's great at their work, they're very stable, they're well off. But when it comes to the emotional department with the Page of Cups, the pages are the youngest in the deck, which means they still face difficulty expressing their emotions to you. So pretty much what I was telling you, not to sound too repetitive, the blockage here is this person not being able to be open with their emotions, right? Then we have the Queen of Cups. Why do we have two queens here? This could be someone with earth and water placements. Five of Wands. There's a lot of inner conflict when it comes to your person. That's what I see here, guys. With the Five of Wands, maybe for some of you, the decision was between two people. But if that's not the case here, with the Five of Wands, that describes the energy that I was telling you guys, right? Chaotic energy, so much going on around your person where they're not able to, make time for themselves or clearly come to a decision here. Very attached to you. Could be a Capricorn, but someone who feels attached to you, by the hip, but with that Page of Cups, they're not sure how to express their emotions to you. Why is the Five of Wands here? Eight of Swords. Yeah. A lot of worry, guys. Like, I mean, if it boils down to someone who's overthinking a situation, right? They definitely think about you a whole lot with the Devil, but they're in their own way. Like the Eight of Swords, she's blindfolded, her arms are tied, but her legs are free, which means it's a self-imposed, prison here. So I feel like your person is at a space where they're really overthinking the situation, right? And they're in their own way as of currently. Five of Wands, they may feel like there's a lot of external influences that are affecting their ability to move forward here. Very specific message, but your person may have a responsibility elsewhere, or they need to close out a cycle elsewhere in order to move forward towards you. Trying to take control, trying to show up as someone who has everything under control, but that may be an issue within itself, especially because behind that energy, they have a lot going on. Right? Five of Wands, a lot of external influences. Five of Swords, still focused on the conflict here. Eight of Swords, they stress themselves out a lot. They feel very empty and alone, but they mask it with this energy of being in control. This is someone who may actually struggle with asking for assistance or some sort of help. What are they stressed out about? Let's see. One second. Just pick up the card I just draw. Okay. Alrighty. So what are they struggling with mentally? Ten of Swords. This person may, okay, so when they think about the situation, as much as they want to work on it, one thing that they tell themselves, right, when they're in a pessimistic mentality is that things are beyond repair. The Ten of Swords, guys, like tens in general could talk about completion, but the Ten of Swords in particular talks about betrayal, right? Completion after betrayal. This person is very focused on the hurt that they've caused. What they're up in their mind about is the fact that they've betrayed you in one way or another. Right? Even if it wasn't all their fault, right? Even if, you know, the conflict, obviously, if there was an argument, you know, there was two people there, it takes two to tussle, but I feel like they're just focused on the ending. You know, they're focused on some sort of betrayal, not being honest with you. With the Swords energy here, it's someone who is very mentally stuck at this time. Yeah, Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. They feel like they made the wrong decision, or they took too long to make a decision where a decision was kind of made for them. Because sometimes the Tower card that we did see earlier, it could talk about divine intervention. Like if you take too long to make a decision, or you're stringing someone along, divine kind of comes in, or your belief system, and a decision is made for you, right? So again, they feel like a lot of things were unexpected, and they're very stressed out about the situation, but they're also stressed out just in their personal life with that Five of Wands, because it does talk about, you know, external influences. Ace of Pentacles. I feel like they're in a very heavy energy at this time, especially mentally, because they feel stuck. What's the Ace of Pentacles? Two of Swords wanted to come out. And the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This person's having a hard time believing that they can have a turn of events here. And I'll tell you why. It's because they're not making a decision. Think about it this way, Gemini. It's like wanting some sort of change with you, but they're not making a decision to either leave another person behind or close out another cycle that no longer serves them. Right? So if it's not a person, like I said, it could be an energy, relocating, you name it. But with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it's someone who feels like they're very unlucky at this time. Or if it's not about luck, they feel like things are not working out for them. But what you think in your mind is essentially what will manifest for you. So I feel like more than anything with the Swords energy, since the Swords represent a mental energy, it talks about your person being in a negative mindset at this time. Two of Swords, again, they're not seeing things for what they are. They're closed off to making a decision, but they need to make a decision in order to see progress here. It's not to say that you're, you know, like energies are fluid, so they're subject to change. But right now, your person is in a mentality of feeling like I'm not deserving of Gemini, or things are not going to work out for me. And behind that is the Ace of Pentacles. What they wish for is a new beginning. But then behind that is the Hanged Man, right? That's what all these cards are clarifying, which talks about someone who feels stuck, someone who's in a complacent energy. Exactly. They're wanting progress here with the Chariot, but they're having a hard time believing that things would work out for them. Two of Swords. Let's see. The Queen of Swords wanted to show up here as well. So I feel like this person knows you're expecting some sort of truth. Five of Pentacles, Page of Wands. There definitely could be children in this dynamic, okay? Whether it's, you know, you have children, Gemini, or this person does, but this also talks about being on the receiving end of some sort of communication, right? Five of Pentacles, they miss you. They feel very left out here. But as I'm getting cards of, you know, potentially this person reaching out, I turn the deck over and then I get cards of secrecy, someone who's holding back. So more than anything, I feel like your person's in a very contradicting energy. They go back and forth in their mind. And right now, again, I feel like there's a lot going on mentally when it comes to your person's energy, where they feel like they're not able to communicate with you right now. And according to the cards here, I feel like if you guys were to communicate right now, you would probably be more confused than you currently are. Because this is someone who still has things to figure out. This is someone who still has a lot going on in their you know, own world here that they need to kind of come to terms with and find out, you know, figure out solutions for. Because Two of Swords could also be an energy of knowing that there's all of this going on around you, but the reason why she's blindfolded, it's like picking and choosing what you want to see, picking and choosing what you want to hear. Like this person could be very avoidant. Five of Pentacles, Page of Wands. Three of Cups and the Queen of Wands wanted to come out, guys. So, you know, I know most of you know that that is symbolic for a third-party situation. So for some of you, you know, there's definitely, now we have three queens here. There's definitely another situation that they need to close out, or there's a lot of, there's more than two people in the picture here, Gemini. You know, Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. right? It's like wanting to work on things. And even the pentacles that we do have, like we have the, obviously the Queen of Pentacles and King of Pentacles, which let me know that, you know, they're connected to you. But the Five of Pentacles is a mentality of lack. The Ace of Pentacles is positive. It's a new beginning. But the Six of Pentacles has two people on that card as well. So there's definitely, and then we have the Two of Swords. So there's definitely a decision to be made here that your person is, not really getting to the bottom of things right now. They're not really seeing things for what they are. That's what I see here, guys. Yeah, the Tower. I feel like something is going to occur, right? Where they're going to have to make a decision here. When you have the Tower, it's not something you can avoid. You can choose how you handle it, but usually the Tower comes up when we're not willing to do something on our own, when we're constantly putting something off, which seems like that's the energy here, right? Some of you may be involved with a Scorpio. So to sum it up for you, Gemini, I feel like your person's very mentally stuck at this time, and there's definitely a decision that they need to make. Do I think that they have emotions for you? Absolutely. Do I think they want to work with you? Absolutely. You know, we had the Queen of Pentacles and King of Pentacles show up before we did see any other, you know, queen here. But I just feel like there's a lot that they need to figure out. You know, it's hard for me to blatantly just say that, oh, Gemini, this person's going to come in and offer you that Ace of Pentacles, because the cards clarifying it lets me know that there's something they need to clean up before they come forward. And if they were to come forward right now, the situation would be more confusing than it already is, because there's, again, a lot of loose ends that this person needs to tie up here. Yeah, Ten of Cups, guys, right? Can't make it up. The emotions are here. Like, if you're wondering, does this person love me? Do they want to be with me? Yeah, I definitely see that. But when it comes to their action, when it comes to what they're doing actively right now, if I'm being completely honest with you, I feel like it's an individual who's mentally stuck, right? Six of Wands. Yeah, they want success here. They may even feel like you're focused on things that are progressing for you, because they do view you as someone who has a lot going on for you. Chariot. Okay. Yeah, Five of Cups. They're constantly focused on what did not work between the both of you. I feel like they're missing you, but yeah, Four of Cups, maybe even questioning your interest here. I just feel like, Gemini, this is an individual who is in their own way right now, right? Nine of Wands, as I say that. And the reason why they're in their own way is because they're having a hard time making a decision. They're having a hard time seeing the reality of things. Okay, this is someone who is mentally stuck because they're picking and choosing what they want to acknowledge at this time. And this is also someone who's pretty avoidant at this time, because they feel like there's so much going on. It's almost like, okay, so much is going on. I don't want to deal with any of it. And you may actually feel like this is how they were during the time of the bond as well. Like, maybe you felt like every time there was an issue, this person wasn't really upfront about it. They weren't really, you know, dealing with the issues at hand here. Okay, let's see. Knight of Wands. For some of you, this is an individual who is doing things that will temporarily satisfy them because they don't want to deal with the reality of an issue. Like, this person, you know, their anger, their frustration, the chaotic energy, it boils down to hurt, right? It boils down to, you know, I feel upset, Ten of Swords, Eight of Swords, I'm worried. But this is someone who is coping with their worry in maybe not the best way possible. Ace of Swords, right? And this is what we started your reading with. I feel like many of you know this about this individual, because this could be the very reason why you found them to be confusing. But even now, like, as they are still feeling this Ten of Cups energy, they're also feeling the Ten of Swords. But this is someone who likes to act like, you know, they have things under control. They're not really comfortable with sharing their emotions. It's almost like, okay, I don't want to think about this, so let me just go out with my friends. Or I don't want to think about this, so let me just, you know, distract myself. Like, that's what I see here, right? And there's your energy, the Lovers, because there is a decision to be made. This person is at a crossroads. I don't want to sound too repetitive here, guys, but I just wanted to explain to you, you know, why things may feel confusing to you at this time, and why you may still feel like there are emotions here, or you feel an attachment to this person, because they feel that way as well, but they feel very mentally stuck. Okay, so they're very stuck on the situation. They're very stuck on you. But as far as the actions go, I think the first thing that they would probably work through right now is maybe accepting the reality of the issue, and maybe getting rid of some sort of external influence here in order to, you know, offer you something stable. Okay, so my wonderful Geminis, that is what I'm getting for you this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.